Liam Mercer wiped the grease from his hands and gazed out at the stormy ocean. The salty breeze and rhythmic waves provided a sense of peace that contrasted sharply with his tumultuous past. As a former soldier, now a mechanic in a small Australian coastal town, he relished the simplicity of his new life. The evening was quiet, save for the occasional crack of thunder and the hum of the radio in his workshop. Suddenly, the radio emitted a strange noise. Liam frowned, adjusting the dial to clear the static. A voice, filled with desperation, broke through. "Help! Elon! Princess! Coordinates." Liam's brow furrowed as he quickly jotted down the coordinates. He knew they pointed to a location far beyond any place on Earth. Intrigued and uneasy, he replayed the message, noting the urgency in the voice. That night, the message lingered in Liam's mind. He tried to dismiss it as a prank or a mistake, but the distress in the voice tugged at his sense of duty. Years of military service had instilled in him a strong sense of responsibility, one that he couldn't easily ignore. The next day, as Liam sat at the local bar, nursing a beer, a stranger approached him. The man had an air of mystery and purpose. "You received the message, didn't you?" the stranger asked, his voice low and urgent. Liam looked up, startled. "Who are you?" The stranger smiled, a glint of mischief in his eyes. "Name's Kylon. Let's just say I'm here to help you help her." "Her?" Liam echoed, suspicion lacing his tone. Kylon leaned in closer. "Princess Celera of Alaris. She's been kidnapped by the Lawn, a warlord from a distant galaxy. She sent the distress signal you received." Liam's eyes narrowed. "And why should I believe any of this?" Kylon shrugged. "You don't have to, but if you want to find out the truth, come with me." Despite his reservations, Liam's curiosity and sense of duty prevailed. He followed Kylon to a secluded beach, where an ancient, otherworldly spacecraft lay hidden beneath the waves. The ship, sleek and shimmering with unfamiliar technology, was like nothing Liam had ever seen. With Kylon's guidance, they boarded the vessel. As it ascended into the starry expanse, Liam left Earth behind, crossing into a realm of infinite possibilities. Inside the spacecraft, Kylon briefed Liam on their mission. Thalan's stronghold was located on the desolate moon of Zarkin, a place notorious for its treacherous terrain and deadly inhabitants. "We'll need to gather allies along the way," Kylon explained. "Others who have suffered under Thalan's tyranny." Their first stop was the bustling spaceport of Orion 5, a melting pot of various alien species. The port was alive with the sounds of haggling merchants and the clamor of machinery. Here, Liam and Kylon sought out potential allies. They found a formidable warrior named Nyla, who had a personal vendetta against the Lawn, and an ingenious engineer named Dravik, whose inventions had been exploited by the warlord. Together, the motley crew navigated through asteroid fields and evaded Thalan's patrols. Each encounter tested Liam's resolve and adaptability. Nyla's fierce combat skills and Dravik's technical prowess complemented Liam's strategic mind and military training. One night, as they camped on the barren surface of a deserted planet, Nyla shared her story. "The Lawn destroyed my home, killed my family. I've been hunting him ever since." Dravik nodded. "He enslaved my people, forced us to build weapons. I escaped, but many didn't." Liam felt a surge of determination. "We'll stop him, for all of us." Their journey continued, filled with peril and hardship. They faced relentless attacks from Thalan's minions, treacherous terrain, and the constant threat of discovery. Yet, each challenge only strengthened their resolve and camaraderie. As they approached Zarkin, the moon's surface loomed ahead, a harsh and unforgiving landscape. Under Kylon's guidance, they devised a plan to infiltrate the heavily guarded fortress where Princess Celera was imprisoned. Inside the fortress, they encountered fierce resistance. A brutal battle ensued, with Nyla's combat skills put to the test and Dravik using his inventions to disable security systems and create diversions. Liam fought with a determination fueled by his sense of justice and the desire to save Celera. At the heart of the fortress, they found the princess, held captive in a high-tech cell. Celera was a vision of ethereal beauty, her eyes filled with a mix of hope and fear. Liam felt an inexplicable connection to her, a bond forged through the shared struggle against the lawn. "Princess Celera," Liam said, his voice steady despite the chaos around them. "We're here to rescue you." Celera's eyes widened with relief and gratitude. "Thank you. I knew someone would come." Their escape was fraught with danger. Fallon's forces were relentless, and every step was a battle for survival. But with their combined skills and unwavering determination, they managed to evade capture and make their way back to the spacecraft. As they left Zarkin behind, the journey home was not without its challenges. Fallon's forces pursued them, determined to recapture Celera. The spacecraft weaved through asteroid fields and dodged enemy fire, each maneuver a testament to Dravik's engineering genius and Kylon's piloting skills. During a rare moment of calm, Liam and Celera found themselves alone in the spacecraft's observation deck. The vastness of space stretched out before them, a canvas of stars and distant galaxies. "Why did you come for me?" Celera asked softly, her eyes searching his. Liam hesitated, then spoke from the heart. "Because it was the right thing to do. No one deserves to be held captive, to suffer at the hands of someone like the lawn." Celera smiled, her eyes reflecting the stars. "You're different from anyone I've ever met, Liam. You risked everything for a stranger." He reached out, taking her hand in his. "You're not a stranger anymore, Celera." Their bond deepened as they shared stories of their lives, their hopes, and their dreams. Liam found himself drawn to Celera's strength and resilience, while she admired his bravery and compassion. As they neared Celera's home planet of Alaris, a final confrontation with Fallon's forces loomed. The battle was fierce, but their combined skills and the support of their allies turned the tide in their favor. Dalan was defeated, his forces scattered, and the threat he posed to the galaxy was finally ended. Upon their arrival on Alaris, Celera was greeted with joy and relief by her people. Liam stood by her side, feeling a sense of fulfillment he hadn't experienced in years. The Royal Council, initially skeptical of an outsider, came to respect Liam for his courage and integrity. In a grand ceremony, Celera officially recognized Liam as a hero and an ally of Alaris. But more importantly, they acknowledged their growing love for each other, a bond that transcended the boundaries of their worlds. The spacecraft drifted smoothly through the star-studded expanse, its sleek hull reflecting the distant glow of unfamiliar suns. Inside, Liam adjusted to the new reality of his mission, his thoughts constantly returning to the mysterious Princess Celera. Kylon's briefing was thorough, but the enormity of their task loomed large. "We'll need allies," Kylon reiterated, as they approached the bustling spaceport of Orion 5. "Fallon's influence is vast, but so is the network of those who oppose him." Orion 5 was a hive of activity, filled with beings from countless worlds. The air was thick with the mingling sense of alien foods and the cacophony of multiple languages. Liam's military instincts kicked in, his eyes scanning the crowd for potential threats or allies. Their first contact was Nyla, a warrior with a reputation for ruthlessness. She was tall and imposing, her eyes sharp with determination. Nyla agreed to meet them in a dimly lit cantina, her expression guarded as she sized up Liam and Kylon. "I've heard of Fallon's atrocities," Nyla said, her voice a low growl. "He destroyed my home and my people. I'll help you, but my reasons are my own." Liam nodded, understanding the need for personal motives in such a dangerous quest. "We're glad to have you with us." Next, they sought out Dravik, an engineer whose genius had been exploited by the lawn. Dravik was a wiry figure with a nervous energy, constantly tinkering with a small device as they spoke. His workshop was cluttered with inventions, each more fantastical than the last. "Fallon's goons took everything from me," Dravik explained, not looking up from his work. "I've been hiding here, biding my time. If you can get me close to his systems, I can help bring them down." With their team assembled, the group set out for Zarkin. The journey was fraught with danger, requiring them to navigate through asteroid fields and evade Fallon's patrols. Each encounter tested their resolve and pushed their skills to the limit. During one particularly harrowing chase, Nyla's combat prowess was on full display. She manned the ship's defenses, her precision and speed unmatched. Dravik's technical acumen was equally crucial, as he worked furiously to keep the ship's systems operational under fire. In the rare moments of calm, the crew shared their stories and motivations, forging bonds that transcended their differences. Liam learned that Nyla's family had been slain by Thalan's forces, fueling her desire for vengeance. Dravik's tale was one of loss and survival, his brilliance twisted by Thalan's cruelty. One evening, as they camped on a barren moon, Nyla confided in Liam. "I've seen many battles, lost many friends, but this mission, it feels different. There's something about Celera. She's more than just a princess." Liam nodded. "I feel it too. There's a connection, something that draws us to her. We can't fail." Their arrival at Zarkin marked a critical juncture. The moon's surface was harsh and unwelcoming, with jagged rocks and swirling dust storms. Under Kylon's guidance, they devised a plan to infiltrate Thalan's fortress. The plan was meticulous, accounting for every possible variable, yet the risk was immense. Inside the fortress, the group encountered fierce resistance. Thalan's guards were well-trained and heavily armed, but Nyla's combat skills and Dravik's ingenuity turned the tide. Liam led the charge, his military training and strategic mind steering them through the chaos. At the heart of the fortress, they found Princess Celera, imprisoned in a high-tech cell. Her ethereal beauty was undiminished by her captivity, and her eyes shone with a mixture of hope and fear. Liam felt an immediate and powerful connection to her, a bond forged through shared struggle and destiny. "Princess Celera," Liam said, his voice steady despite the surrounding danger. "We've come to rescue you." Celera's eyes widened with gratitude. "Thank you. I knew someone would come." Their escape from the fortress was a race against time. Thalan's forces closed in, but the group's combined skills and determination saw them through. As they boarded the spacecraft, Liam felt a surge of triumph. They had succeeded in rescuing Celera, but the journey was far from over. Back on the spacecraft, the crew celebrated their victory briefly before preparing for the next phase. Thalan's pursuit was relentless, and their return journey promised new challenges and dangers. Liam and Celera shared a quiet moment on the observation deck, the stars stretching out endlessly before them. "Why did you come for me?" Celera asked, her voice soft and full of curiosity. Liam met her gaze, his answer heartfelt. "Because it was the right thing to do. No one deserves to be held captive, to suffer at the hands of someone like Thalan." Celera's eyes softened. "You're different from anyone I've ever met, Liam. You risked everything for me." He took her hand gently. "You're not a stranger anymore, Celera. We'll face whatever comes next together." Their bond deepened as they shared their stories, hopes, and dreams. Liam was drawn to Celera's strength and resilience, while she admired his bravery and compassion. Their connection grew, setting the stage for the trials and triumphs that awaited them. As they neared Celera's home planet of Alaris, a final confrontation with Thalan's forces loomed. The battle was fierce, but their combined skills and the support of their allies turned the tide in their favor. Thalan was defeated, his forces scattered, and the threat he posed to the galaxy was finally ended. Upon their arrival on Alaris, Celera was greeted with joy and relief by her people. Liam stood by her side, feeling a sense of fulfillment he hadn't experienced in years. The Royal Council, initially skeptical of an outsider, came to respect Liam for his courage and integrity. In a grand ceremony, Celera officially recognized Liam as a hero and an ally of Alaris. But more importantly, they acknowledged their growing love for each other, a bond that transcended the boundaries of their worlds. The spacecraft soared through the emptiness of space, each star a reminder of the vastness of their mission. Liam, Kylon, Nyla, and Dravik prepared themselves for the inevitable confrontation with Thalan's forces. The stakes were high, and the crew's focus was unwavering. "We're approaching Zarkin," Kylon announced, his voice steady. "It's time to put our plan into action." Zarkin loomed ahead, a bleak and inhospitable moon. Its jagged surface and swirling dust storms made it a formidable challenge. The team had one objective: infiltrate Thalan's fortress and rescue Princess Celera. The spacecraft descended, its landing smooth despite the treacherous terrain. Liam led the way, his senses alert for any sign of danger. Kylon, Nyla, and Dravik followed closely, their resolve mirrored in their determined expressions. They made their way to the fortress, navigating through narrow passageways and avoiding detection by Thalan's guards. Every step was a test of their skills and coordination. As they approached the main entrance, Liam signaled for them to halt. "This is it," he whispered. "Stay sharp." Nyla nodded, her eyes scanning the surroundings for threats. Dravik was already working on disabling the security systems, his fingers dancing over the control panel. Kylon kept watch, ready to intervene if needed. The door slid open with a quiet hiss, revealing a dimly lit corridor. The group moved swiftly and silently, their objective clear. They encountered several guards, each confrontation brief and decisive. Nyla's combat skills were unmatched, and Dravik's gadgets proved invaluable in disarming their enemies. As they ventured deeper into the fortress, the group encountered a heavily fortified door. Dravik examined it, his brow furrowing in concentration. "This is more complex than I expected," he admitted. "It'll take a few minutes to get through." Liam and Nyla positioned themselves defensively, ready to fend off any incoming threats. Kylon offered words of encouragement to Dravik, urging him to work quickly. The tension was palpable, but the group remained focused on their mission. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the fortress. Thalan's forces had been alerted to their presence. The group braced for the impending assault. "Get ready," Liam said, his voice calm but authoritative. The corridor filled with the sound of footsteps and the clinking of weapons. Thalan's guards appeared, their expressions menacing. Nyla launched into action, her movements swift and deadly. Liam and Kylon provided cover, their precision and teamwork evident in every move. Dravik continued working on the door, his determination unwavering despite the chaos around him. Finally, the door clicked open, revealing Princess Celera's cell. Liam rushed inside, his heart pounding. Celera looked up, her eyes wide with relief. "Liam, you came." Liam smiled, extending his hand. "We're getting you out of here." With Celera in tow, the group retreated down the corridor, fending off Thalan's forces as they went. The battle was intense, but their combined skills and unwavering resolve saw them through. Each step brought them closer to freedom, their bond strengthening with every challenge. As they reached the exit, a figure blocked their path. Thalan himself stood before them, his eyes filled with malice. The warlord's presence was imposing, his aura one of sheer menace. "You think you can take what's mine?" Thalan sneered. "You will all perish." Liam stepped forward, his resolve unshaken. "We're not afraid of you, Thalan. Your reign ends here." A fierce battle ensued, Thalan's strength and cunning pitted against the group's unity and determination. Nyla and Kylon fought valiantly, their skills complementing each other in perfect harmony. Dravik used his inventions to create diversions, giving them an edge in the fight. Liam engaged Thalan directly, their clash a test of willpower and skill. Each strike and parry was a testament to their training and resolve. Despite the intensity of the confrontation, Liam's focus never wavered. He fought not just for himself, but for Celera and the future they envisioned. In a decisive move, Liam managed to disarm Thalan, his weapon clattering to the ground. Thalan, momentarily stunned, glared at Liam with pure hatred. "This isn't over," Thalan spat. Liam stood tall, his voice steady. "Yes, it is." With Thalan defeated, the group made their way back to the spacecraft. The journey had been arduous, but their victory was within reach. As they boarded the ship, a sense of relief washed over them. They had succeeded in rescuing Celera, but the threat of Thalan still loomed. As the spacecraft descended, leaving Zarkin behind, Celera turned to Liam, gratitude shining in her eyes. "Thank you, Liam, for everything." Liam smiled, his heart swelling with pride. "We're in this together, Celera. Always." As the spacecraft soared through space, The crew prepared for their final approach to Alaris. Liam, Kylon, Nyla, and Dravik were determined to see their mission through to the end. They had rescued Princess Celera, but Thalan's threat still loomed large. "The Lawn won't give up easily," Kylon warned. "We need to be ready for anything." Celera, now free from her cell, stood tall beside Liam. Her eyes shone with a newfound resolve. "My people are ready to fight. We won't let the Lawn destroy our world." The crew gathered in the spacecraft's control room, strategizing their next move. Dravik displayed a holographic map of Alaris, pinpointing Thalan's forces and their stronghold. "We'll need to disable their main defenses first," Dravik explained. "Once those are down, we can launch a full-scale assault." Nyla nodded, her gaze steely. "I'll lead the ground forces. We need to hit them hard and fast." Liam looked at Celera, his expression determined. "We'll protect your people, Celera. The Lawn won't stand a chance." As the spacecraft neared Alaris, they could see the planet's beauty contrasted by the presence of Thalan's warships. The crew steeled themselves for the battle ahead. They knew this would be their most challenging fight yet. The spacecraft descended, landing in a secure area where Solara's loyalists were waiting. The people of Alaris, inspired by Solara's return, were ready to defend their home. Liam, Nyla, Kylon, and Dravik joined the ranks, preparing for the confrontation with Thalan's forces. The battle began with a series of strategic strikes. Dravik's expertise in disabling Thalan's defenses proved invaluable. Explosions rocked the enemy's stronghold as the crew advanced, their determination unwavering. Nyla led the charge on the ground, her combat skills unmatched. She moved with grace and precision, taking down enemies with ease. Kylon provided aerial support, piloting their spacecraft and targeting key enemy positions. Liam fought alongside Solara's loyalists, his military training and leadership inspiring those around him. Celera herself joined the battle, her presence boosting the morale of her people. Together, they pushed back Thalan's forces, reclaiming their territory inch by inch. As they approached Thalan's main stronghold, the enemy resistance intensified. Thalan's elite guards were formidable, but the crew's unity and determination saw them through. Each member of the team played a crucial role, their skills and bravery making the difference. Finally, they reached Thalan's command center. The warlord stood before them, his eyes burning with rage and hatred. "You dare to challenge me?" The Lawn spat, his voice dripping with contempt. Liam stepped forward, his resolve unshaken. "Your reign of terror ends here, the Lawn. Alaris will be free." Thalan's guards attacked, but Nyla, Kylon, and Dravik fought them off with precision and skill. Liam faced the Lawn directly, their clash a fierce test of strength and strategy. Each move was calculated, each strike a testament to their training and resolve. Celera, determined to protect her people, joined the fight. Her bravery and determination inspired those around her, giving them the strength to keep pushing forward. Together, they fought with everything they had, their bond unbreakable. In a decisive moment, Liam managed to disarm the Lawn, his weapon clattering to the ground. The Lawn, momentarily stunned, glared at Liam with pure hatred. "This isn't over," the Lawn snarled. Liam met his gaze, his voice steady. "Yes, it is." With the Lawn defeated, the crew secured the stronghold. The people of Alaris cheered, their victory a testament to their unity and resilience. Celera stood before her people, her heart swelling with pride and gratitude. "Thank you," Celera said, her voice carrying across the battlefield. "Thank you for fighting for our freedom." Liam stood by her side, his heart filled with pride. "We did it together, Celera." As the dust settled, the crew regrouped. They had achieved what many thought impossible, but their journey was not yet over. There were still wounds to heal and a future to rebuild. In a quiet moment, Liam and Celera found themselves alone. The stars stretched out above them, a reminder of the endless possibilities that lay ahead. "You've given us hope, Liam," Celera said softly. "You've shown us that anything is possible." Liam smiled, taking her hand. "We'll face whatever comes next together, Celera. Always." Their bond had deepened through their shared trials, and their love had blossomed amidst the chaos. They knew that their future was uncertain, but they also knew that they would face it together, stronger than ever before.